Look at how like big this is compared to my little eyelid. It's a trust the process kind of thing. They just be taken over. Okay, so I have the collection bag here. This bag is absolutely massive. Laura Lee was not kidding when she said this bag can hold so much. I do have the entire collection in here, which is just the eyeshadow palette and all the makeup brushes, but there is so much room in here. I actually needed to take a full face of makeup into a different room, and I put a full face of makeup into this bag just to carry it into the other room the other day, and it really worked nicely. This bag is huge and can hold so much. So first I'm going to show you guys the eyeshadow brushes. First we have the L36 brush, which is that really big blender that she was talking about in her video if you guys watched it. Then we have the L37, which is the smaller blender brush. These brushes are super soft, like some of the softest brushes I've ever felt. Then we have L38. It's like a big flat brush. I think there's a paper that tells me what all of these brushes are. I was right, a large flat shader brush. And I think she also mentioned that this could be good for like concealer. I'm not sure how often, look at how like big this is compared to my little eyelid. Then there's the L39, which is a much more average sized flat shadow brush. This one is definitely one that I would use often, and honestly probably one of my favorite brushes in the collection is L40, and it's the little smudge brush. Now let's get to the palette. This is the Whimsical Nudes palette. Now this isn't quite the color scheme I go for more these days, but I used to love a good like warm army green kind of eye look. So I'm kind of going to be dipping back into something I used to love so much. So we're going to do swatches later, but for now we're going to get started on the eye look. I'm going to go ahead and prep my eyes and we will get into this video. So I think first I'm going to take Sandshell, and just because I really want to try it out on my L36 brush, and I'm just going to try and blend that all over my lid, which I guess is easy to do with this big brush. I mean, I'm just getting all over I feel like it's almost a little messy, but we are getting all over the eye. So now I think on my L37 I'm going to take Winter Fern, and I'm going to put that more on like the outer corner and blend it in. It's a trust the process kind of thing. Wow, these brushes just like blend everything out like an absolute dream. Okay, so I'm at a bit of a crossroads. There's a couple different things that I would like to do. If I cut the crease and then add Cloud Blossom, then we've just got a really simple like green eye look. Or I could go a bit more dramatic, add Sweet Willow and Bronze Meadow. I don't know what I want to do. I definitely prefer like this line of colors. Someone's calling me.
Hi Emma, it's your mom.
Hi Mom.
What are you doing?
Filming.
Uh-oh, alright. Well, call me later.
Okay, so while I was on the phone with my mom, I went ahead and cut the crease. So now I think I'm going to take Sweet Hollow on the inner corner of my eye, and I'm going to attempt to pick it up with the L39. So it definitely picks it up. So now I'm going to take Bronze Meadow, and I'm going to put that on the rest of my eyelid. Oh, it is very bronze. From in the pan, it definitely looks more like an army green, but it really does blend out more of like a bronzy brown on the eyelid, which I absolutely love. Mixing it in with that green has made an interesting color. I also meant to be filming a YouTube shorts and totally forgot. Then taking the L39 brush again, and I'm just gonna try and blend that out at the top here. There is something about Erin that is just calling me, so I think I'm gonna take Erin and put it like maybe over this middle part that I blended in the green. Ooh. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. That color mixes those other two together so well. It's such a beautiful, like, I don't even know, like, rose gold-ish color, and normally I'm not a fan of rose gold, but over these greens it looks absolutely stunning. Taking my little cleaner, and I'm going to clean off that L39 brush, and then I'm going to go back into Winter Fern, and I'm just going to blend that in so that we get that matte shade back, and it's not completely taken over by all the shimmers. They just be taken over. Okay, I think that is a stunning little, like, smoky eye. So now we are going to be going over the brushes, and I'm going to be showing you guys me using them, and then I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about them. First up is the L11, which is the flat top kabuki brush. I used this one for my foundation, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It's not too firm to where it would wipe across my face really easily and effortlessly, but it's also not too soft where it didn't really leave any like streaking or anything. Really nice brush overall. I typically don't use flat top kabukis. They're not really my favorite brush for foundation, but I thought this one actually worked really well and worked really smoothly with my L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation that I used, which is a very liquidy foundation, and so I thought that that liquidy foundation and then the combination of the flat top kabuki were a really nice combination. I would definitely use it again. Then next with the round top kabuki. Now this one is almost one I would think I would prefer to use with my foundation, but I used it with my bronzer and blush, both from Merit Beauty. I thought it was actually pretty good for the bronzer. Like, it looked very nice, and it really blended out my bronzer really nicely without taking away too much pigment, which is something I struggle with sometimes with using cream products. I'm always afraid I'm going to lose some pigment, but the round top kabuki is definitely more firm than the flat top kabuki, which I almost found a little bit harder to use to blend out the product. But when it did blend it out really smoothly and really nicely. So I did quite enjoy this. Then we have L33, the pointed powder brush. This is the powder brush of my dreams. I used it with my Believe Beauty Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and this is the powder brush I've been looking for. I absolutely loved it. It's nice and pointed for under the eyes and around the nose, but it also is big enough that I was able to use it sort of all over my face, and I thought it worked out just fine. Then we have the L35 tapered highlight brush. This highlight brush is a little big to my liking. I usually use a much smaller highlighter brush, although I will say it did apply my highlighter so much more, I'm not sure the word to describe it, I guess more diffused. It was more diffused highlighter look. I definitely would love to try this with a less glittery highlight and do like highlight all over the face. I think that would be a really nice look, and I think this brush would be perfect for an kind of adding glow to like my chin and my forehead or something, just adding some glow all over my face because of how like diffused it made the highlight. Then last but not least, we have the L40 Detail Smudger. So I used this one to smudge the green onto my lower lash line and a little bit of black, and I really do like this a lot, but it definitely is more of a firm smudge brush. It's very like thin, which I do like because this is something I maybe don't have in my collection as much. So that is my makeup finished, and I have to say I absolutely love it. So overall, I really enjoyed all of this makeup. The palette is absolutely stunning. Even though it's not quite the colors I would usually go for, I think it made such a cute eye look. I love the way it's set up too, honestly. Like, just looking at it, it looks so pleasing to the eye. I am gonna swatch this here in just a moment, so stay tuned for that. Now, there are two more brushes that I did not mention because I did not use them in this video. L31 I did not use, and then the L32. So I didn't use either one of these. The stipple brush, I just really didn't want to like stipple my foundation today. And then this one was supposed to be for like contour, but honestly for my little cheeks, this brush might be just a bit too big. I would like to try it maybe with like powder bronzer or something like that. Now we're gonna get into swatches and then we'll be done with this video. So here are the swatches. As I was swatching these, the shade Manny just really screams Christmas to me. I don't know what it is about that like duochrome, like champagne and rose gold, but it just screams Christmas. Like, I definitely could see me putting that shade all over my lid and then maybe blending it out with like a neutral brown or something. I just want to say, like, you could get some really pretty eye looks with just these two palettes. Some really pretty Christmassy, like, holiday looks with these two palettes. This is the Laura Lee Nudie 2. It is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel while you're here. I would greatly appreciate that. I post new videos every single week and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!